This Rockets-Wizards offseason trade is focused on Christian Wood. While the NBA trade deadline has since expired and select rosters are currently competing for a shot at winning an NBA championship, you better believe this upcoming offseason will be just as entertaining as the NBA trade deadline was. Two teams who could make sense to come together for a potential trade include the Houston Rockets and Washington Wizards. Hi, in this video you will know another picky trade for this NBA offseason. If you're a subscriber, well, welcome back to the channel. But if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be updated as we shoot in more interesting videos, and turn that thumbs up blue as we play on. Let's dive in. The Rockets were easily one of the worst teams in the league this past season, and a rebuild is a safe bet to make for their squad this offseason. That was expected after James Harden took the forefront of NBA trade rumors as wanting out. He eventually got what he wanted and was dealt to the Brooklyn Nets. Washington, on the flip side, made the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, but they still have quite a bit of room for growth as well. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal managed to salvage an otherwise terrible start to the season with a late push, but need more talent around them to achieve much more than an NBA play-in tournament appearance in 2021-2022. While Christian Wood is coming off a breakout season with averages of 21 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks, the Rockets will be building purely from scratch with their first-round selection in the 2021 NBA Draft leading the charge. Selling high on Wood could add even more assets and help the team be in a prime position in the 2021 NBA Draft too. Let's take a peek at what a potential offseason deal between these two teams could look like, based on the analysis of Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz. But before that, let us know who is the man behind the focus trade. Christian Marquise Wood, born September 27, 1995, is an American professional basketball player for the Houston Rockets of the National Basketball Association. He played college basketball for the UNLV Runnin' Rebels. He has also played in the NBA for the Philadelphia 76ers, Charlotte Hornets, Milwaukee Bucks, New Orleans Pelicans, and Detroit Pistons. Wood was originally projected to be drafted late in the first round before his stock dropped, which led to more consistent second-round projections. Wood ultimately went undrafted in the 2015 NBA Draft, and subsequently joined the Houston Rockets for the 2015 NBA Summer League. On September 27, 2015, he signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. On October 28, he made his debut for the 76ers, recording 2 rebounds and 5 minutes off the bench in a loss to the Boston Celtics. During his rookie season, he had multiple assignments with the Delaware 87ers of the NBA Development League. On January 4, 2016, he was waived by the 76ers. On July 14, 2016, Wood signed with the Charlotte Hornets. On November 7, he made his debut for the Hornets in a 122-100 win over the Indiana Pacers, recording 2 rebounds and 3 minutes off the bench. During his sophomore season, he had multiple assignments with the Greensboro Swarm of the NBA Development League. After his second season in the NBA, Wood entered the free agency due to his second year being a team option. Wood would later join the Dallas Mavericks and Phoenix Suns for the 2017 NBA Summer League out in Orlando and Las Vegas, respectively. Wood was a member of the Mavericks team that won the Summer League championship in Orlando that year. On August 9, 2017, Wood signed with the Fijian Sturgeons of the Chinese Basketball Association. However, Wood never played a game for Fijian as he was waived by the team, which allowed him to return to the Delaware 87ers that same year. On March 20, 2019, Wood was claimed off waivers by the New Orleans Pelicans. Given Nikola Mirotic's departure and Anthony Davis expressing his desire to be traded and subsequent reduction in playing time and occasional rest, Wood had an opportunity to get substantial minutes for the first time in his career. On March 24, he made his debut with 7 points and 8 minutes of playing time. On March 26, he went for a career night with 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 blocks, 3 steals, and an assist in over 32 minutes in the Pelicans' loss to the Hawks. He was waived by the Pelicans on July 15, 2019. Wood was claimed off waivers by the Detroit Pistons on July 17, 2019. On March 14, 2020, Wood was reported to be tested positive for COVID-19 amidst the pandemic and the subsequent suspension of the season. He had 30 points and 11 rebounds against Rudy Gobert, who was the first player to test positive in the Utah Jazz on March 7. On November 24, 2020, Wood was signed and traded to a 3-year, $41 million contract from the Pistons to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Trevor Ariza, the draft rights to Isaiah Stewart, a future second-round pick, and cash considerations. On December 26, 2020, Wood made his Rockets debut, putting up 31 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block in a 128-126 overtime loss to the Portland Trail Blazers. It will take real value in order to land a player as talented as Christian Wood. The Washington Wizards would be sending Denny Avdija and Rui Hachimura, which could certainly help the team compete for a playoff spot in a few years. The value of those players as assets will largely depend on the perception of the Houston Rockets, half of them. The Wizards would benefit from getting a franchise center to stabilize their starting five, while the Rockets would benefit from a pair of quality players to enhance the rotation. Having a dynamic rollman and a rim protector to pair with Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal would enhance their team immediately. Houston would get a very solid return investment from dealing away Christian Wood, and Wood is only under contract through the 2022-2023 season, so dealing him away for some quality rotational pieces could make a lot of sense. This trade gives both sides exactly what they're looking for in terms of talent, and it's a very fair deal between two competitive rosters. Let's take a look at how this trade directly impacts each team directly. The Washington Wizards would land one of the NBA's biggest breakout stars to compete for another playoff spot during the 2021-2022 season. Daniel Gafford was a favorable pickup that has provided a boost since the NBA trade deadline. But he isn't nearly as dynamic as Christian Wood. Wood was a breakout star for the Houston Rockets in 2020-2021 as he truly emerged into a franchise-caliber center with an increased role. He has always been a solid player, but he was never given a legitimate opportunity to showcase his abilities until this past season in Houston. It's not easy to find a big man as impactful as Wood. He is a lethal role threat that can make teams pay alongside star ball handlers. Playing alongside Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal would bring the best out of his skill set throughout games. Not only that, but he can pick and pop and space the floor in addition to being able to get a bucket inside. Wood has excellent drive and he would provide some extremely good stability to a Wizards team that rides the coattails of Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. There were NBA trade rumors centered around Washington tearing their team down a few months ago, but now adding talent could be a real priority. The Houston Rockets would receive a pair of talented players while dishing away an expiring contract. At the very early stage of a complete rebuild, finding value for established players is the best course of action in order to pull off the ideal process, especially in the loaded Western Conference. It remains to be seen if the Rockets will end up landing the top pick in the 2021 NBA draft, but they do have the best odds of any team to do so. If Houston has that pan out, they will be very likely to use it to select Cade Cunningham. This is where the particular return would be less than favorable for the Rockets because adding underwhelming shooting threats wouldn't be all that helpful. So, what do you think about this target lock trade? Let us know in the comments section below. And hey, if you've enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so we continue giving you the best contents. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.